The latest generation Nissan Pathfinder SUV first arrived in the US as a 2022 model year SUV, bringing this more squared off and rugged look with it. But while the Platinum trim looks the part, it really just wants to pamper the folks inside. Let's take a closer look. Looking at the car from the front, you can see it's got just stronger lines than the 4th generation model. It does also have Nissan's trademark V-motion grille. And this particular Pathfinder has the black appearance package, which means, among other things, that the V in the V-motion grille is also black. You also have this trademark and kind of an homage to the 1st generation Pathfinder 3-notch grille right here, and a nice big and proud Nissan logo right in the middle of that. I think these little horizontal slots built into the top of the grille look interesting, and it definitely has the appropriate rugged look down here with this more polished metal look at the base. And I generally think that it's a good looking front end. I like how they kind of sculpted these headlights into the bodywork a little bit. You can see it kind of cutting through for most of the headlight assembly. And I think the hood has a nice form as well. Nice little crease here as it comes up from the base of the grille, and then these notches here to give it just a little bit more of a bump in the center of the hood. But while I do think that looks interesting, personally, I'm much more interested to see what's underneath it. Well, there you have it. A naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 transversely mounted or side to side across the engine bay like that. This is a front wheel drive based crossover SUV, although this one in particular is all wheel drive. So it is a pretty standard crossover SUV kind of setup. And while being transversely mounted is not my favorite because it tends to put more weight over the front axle, it's not too bad. First of all, it does sit relatively low in the engine bay. That's nice to see. Also, the center line of the axle is right about here, just a few inches ahead of this piece right here. So not all of the engine is in front of the center line, so it's not all that bad. And chassis dynamics is probably not the most important things on most shoppers' lists when it comes to a 3-row family-sized crossover SUV, so I can understand. Also, windshield washer fluid is conveniently located right here, super easy. Looking at the car in profile, you get a nice view of the deep ocean blue metallic paint, and I do think it looks nice against the black and the gloss blacks that you see around the window trim and things like that. I do like the contrast of the more polished metal up here and the chrome for the base of the window trim right here. Because this is a platinum trim Pathfinder, you also get this chrome piece down at the sills right here. And look at that, it says Pathfinder right there to remind you in case you forget. I will go ahead and put the dimensions up on the screen right now so you can check those out and let you know that I have a lot more information in the description. But yeah, those dimensions don't lie. This is a big SUV. Because this is a platinum trim Pathfinder, we get 20-inch wheels and this nice pattern with this polished metal in the front and more of a dark black around the sides. I think it's a good look. This particular 20-inch wheel does have its fair share of salt and grime because this particular Pathfinder tire has a fair amount of snow on it. Yes, it is January in Michigan, so what are you gonna do? But considering all that, I still think this is a nice looking tire, and for what it's worth, this all-season tire has handled the snow pretty darn well. And yes, this is a square setup. The wheels and tires in back are the same size as what's in front. Looking at the car in back, the black appearance package once again shows itself with the black emblems here and here. Yes, they're very proud to let you know it's a Pathfinder, and a touch more subtle to tell you it's an all-wheel drive Platinum Pathfinder. Generally speaking, I think the rear end of the car matches the rest of the styling well. I like the gloss black with the deep ocean blue paired with this more finished metallic look down here. I think it's all tastefully done. And yes, you can clearly see a nice tow hitch right here and the wiring hookup right there. All platinum trim Nissan Platinums can tow 6,000 pounds. And sometimes simplicity is the prettiest way to go, and Nissan definitely does that. We have one single exhaust pipe hidden down here, all real, minding its own business. Very, very good. All right, let's take a look inside. Because this is a platinum trim Nissan Pathfinder, not only do we have a power liftgate, we have a position setting power liftgate. And you can do it like this. You manually pull it down to where you want it to stop. And then after you do that, you hold this button down until you hear 2 beeps. Now, when you open and close the liftgate, it'll stop right here. Pretty slick. So yeah, if you have a tight space or you're limited in terms of height, this is a nice feature to have. All right, but back all the way open. Behind the third row, you get 17 cubic feet of storage, and as you can see, these easily to fold headrests right here. They click in place and fold back down super easily. And underneath the floor, you also have some extra storage right here. This is a pretty big tub. It actually goes a good 8-10 inches beneath the surface, so this could be useful. And it is a nice hard plastic, so it would be easier to clean as well. Here, let me give you a closer look. Oh, and by the way, these seat backs are also adjustable. These are in their more reclined place, but you can set them up to be more upright like that to get a little bit more space. And if you don't need to carry 3 rows worth of people and need more storage space, that is easy enough to do. Pull on these same straps. And now you have 45 cubic feet of storage and room for 4, which would be plenty of space for a road trip if you ask me. But if you need even more space than that, still easy to do. Pull a couple more levers, these on the seats, and now you have 81 cubic feet of storage and room for 2. And I would say plenty of room for my bike, but let's find out. Oh yeah, plenty of space, nice and wide, plenty deep, slid right in with no trouble at all. Yeah, okay, let's take a look inside. Okay, first thing we're going to do is start the car. And as you noticed, the car was locked. It actually unlocks as you approach it. Push button start is right here. And the reason I wanted to turn on the car is because we have a 3-zone climate control system. Pretty sweet. This interior color is called chestnut, and I think it's lovely. As you can see, I got my bike out and I put the seats back in order, except for this one, because I wanted to show you how you put it back up. It's locked in place right now, but if you release this handle, it lifts right up and goes back in place. If you want to move this seat to get access to the third row, that's push of a button easy, this button right here, and it lifts and slides out of the way like that, and there's access to the third row. As you can see, I put one of the third row seats in its most upright position and the one right next to it in its most reclined position, so you can see the difference. It's pretty significant. Also, you can see based on how low the seat bottoms are that this is definitely built for kids. But the kids do get cup holders and USB charge ports, so it's decent accommodations back here. The second row, on the other hand, is definitely for adults and offers plenty of room. As you can see, I have a good 2 or 3 inches of knee room, and I am 5 foot 11 inches tall, or 181 centimeters. And also the seat bottoms are nice and high, so I have plenty of thigh support. And between those two things, I definitely have less than a 90-degree bend in my knees. Also, because this particular Pathfinder has the second row captain's chair package, not only do I have captain's chairs, I have heated captain's chairs. So I have 3-position heat right there, which is really nice. Beneath that, I have a USB Type-C and standard USB Type-A port, charge port right there, and even some AC power right there. I also get this nice little center console space and with a couple of steps, it's actually removable. First, remove this plastic panel, then grab a hold of this right here, and it slides out like that. Pretty light. Also, more comfort back here because we have manual rear sunshades. Lovely. And no, we don't have one center armrest right here. We each get our own individual armrest right here, and it is lovely. All right, to the front. As you can see, this is actually a two-tone interior with the chestnut up high and a more traditional black down low. We do have the usual controls on the door, as well as 2-position seat memory right here. We also have the $945 lighting package, which means we get an aluminum metal kick plate right here, which is hard to tell during the day, but it is in fact illuminated. We also get welcome lighting, which is really hard to see during the day, but trust me, it's there. We do get some controls to the left of the steering wheel, and we do also have tilt and telescope adjustment. It's done electrically right there. The seats themselves are semi-aniline leather, and they look like that, and they do look awfully comfortable. We have nice deep bolsters up here and decent bolsters down here as well. Generally, I think that's enough support for an SUV like this. We do also have plenty of controls for the seat, including lumbar support right there. And before we hop in, we actually have 2 levels for the lower center console, lower storage down here, along with more traditional upper storage right there. As you can see on this 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster, it is only 19 degrees outside, so you'll forgive me for letting the climate control do its thing and having the heated seat on full blast. Yes, we have both heated and ventilated seats in the Nissan Pathfinder Platinum and a heated steering wheel as well. Also, because it's a Platinum, we have a head-up display right there, and next to that, a 9-inch center console touchscreen. Now, this comes with wireless Apple CarPlay, but wired Android Auto. Interesting dichotomy there. Beneath that, here are your first 2 of the 3-zone climate control zones, and beneath that, on SL trims and higher, we get a wireless smartphone charger right there. Beneath that, we get this fairly compact looking Prindle with a push button for park, and then another button right here to put it in reverse or drive. And beneath that, we do have an electric parking brake and several drive modes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. We also have a little spot for storage, 2 cup holders right here, and more storage down here, which does go nice and deep. Looking up, we do get a glasses holder and controls for our panoramic moonroof right here, which is standard on the Platinum Edition Pathfinder, and it includes an electrically driven privacy panel. Lovely. Even lovelier. All right, let's talk drive modes. As I said, you get several. First of all, if you push this button right here, that is hill descent control, and a little icon starts flashing right there. But the drive modes themselves are auto, snow, mud and rut, and sand, to kind of show off its off-roading chops a little bit. Though in a Platinum trim, I'm not sure you'd want to do that a ton. But go the other direction, and you get eco, sport, and tow. You saw the trailer hitch. Nissan claims you can tow 6,000 pounds with this Pathfinder, so having a tow haul mode, which changes the way the transmission and the engine behaves, would be a good thing. There you have it, the 2024 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum. As you can see, it does do a lot to make the people inside quite comfortable, and it has a few visual tweaks for the exterior as well. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you very much for watching.